Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Saturday Morning Champions, where today we are pulling out the final installment of our Pride Month episodes with the pansexual Deadpool. And I'm going up against a scenario that I have not played in a long time because I never think about it. I think the way that I structure all of my cards puts in such a way that the hood is never one I think about. And even in the face of a lot of setup to do here, because we need to get 7 modular encounter sets and set them aside and randomly pick one of them, and that's what we're gonna do today. So let me track down. Where is my? There we go. Cannot find my D8 to save myself, so we're just gonna go with a D10 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That will get shuffled in. We won't even look at it. We'll just shuffle it in. And then, we will start on this little adventure with a Deadpool deck I have built that I called Go for the Juggler. It is using some cards from the Winter Soldier pack. So it is an aggression deck, and hopefully we will be able to just go for as much minion summoning as we can muster. Let me get all this cleaned up. At this point, here we go. All right, so let's see. So we gotta flip this over. It starts at 1. Let's even grab a few of these and just put them down here. 1. Right, and then one reveal, each player must resolve the hood's foul play ability. So that is discard the top card of the encounter deck. If it does not belong to the hood encounter set, deal it to yourself as a face down encounter. Lucky there, the hood's hood, or I guess his mantle. All right, so I suppose we probably should have done that after we did our mulligans, I believe, but either way, you live and you learn. All right, so we're already looking pretty good here because we've got maximum effort, which is what I would like to be doing anyway. Gatekeeper and spoiling for a fight seem like a bit of overkill. Granted, we don't even know if there are any minions in the encounter deck yet, so we could go through quite a bit of it. So here's what I'd like to do. I'd like to do maximum effort and montage, and we've got 3 copies of firepower. I think we've only got a miser's copy of hand cannon because we do have a sidearm and a couple restricted weapons. So here's my plan for just what we're going to be doing with these 3 cards. First turn, he has the ability to go grab another event. I think we'll go grab this card is fire. Oh, okay, wait, I gotta be smart about this. Okay, so we do this card is fire. We then maximum effort for, I think, 8 of his hit points, so we don't go back down to alter ego. I'll explain Deadpool in just a second in case there's someone who doesn't know. But basically, actually, let's do it right now because that's going to help to explain everything that's going on. So we've got his 4th wall ability where you can discard a card, search your deck for a Deadpool event, add to your hand, limit once per round. On the other side, we've got Deadpool, 2 thwart, 2 attack, 1 defense. And his forced ability is when he would be defeated, instead set your hit point dial to 1, change alter ego, put an acceleration token down. So with that in mind, I think we maximum effort down to 1. We very well use his ability here to go get this card as fire, and then we can use some of the other cards we draw plus montage. I was hoping montage could do for 2 because this actually generates more wild resources for each acceleration token on the main scheme. That's not going to work out in this case because we'll go back down to alter ego. We won't be able to this card as fire. But I think we go grab this card as fire, and then we basically... Actually, I don't even need to do that much. I just need to deal 7 to myself, then 7, and then this card is fire to 7. Okay, yeah, so I think that might be the way. Just burst through the first stage on the first turn, and then hopefully we can just land on our feet and make the best of it going into the second side. You taunt me. Okay, wait, actually. Okay, well, either way. All right, so this is more of an insurance plan for when we're in the middle of the game. So we can very easily discard this to go grab this card as fire. 3 cost event, attack, hero response, After your turn ends, if this card is in your hand, take 1 damage. Hero action, or sorry, that's a force response. Hero action, deal X damage to an enemy, where X is the damage you have sustained. I imagine that was already up on screen. Either way, it ain't over would not be the worst idea, especially because this scenario is designed to kind of push you there. I think there's only 2 copies of maximum effort. There might be a third, which means when we go down to alter ego, we can go grab it. But this will get us through the first stage. So let's do that. Okay. So we flip over. And we maximum effort, pain 7 to put ourselves down to 2. And then put him down to 7 while we have the chance. Because we could very well... all the encounter sets that I grabbed, I did not have any like setup or permanent or anything, so I know that I don't need to know what the cards are. But we do have just some like tough. We have some guard minions in here. Actually, wait, there is one minion I know is in here. She has guard. Madam Mask, because she's tied to the hood. Then we're gonna keep it over, so we're gonna maximum effort, paying with these 3 to deal 7 more. Push him to 0. That'll go away. He goes up to 16. And his when revealed ability, choose one set aside, encounter card, or an encounter set random. Then shuffle it into the encounter deck. That's too many. So we're looking at 6 at this point. I don't know why I wasn't just rolling a d6. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So this goes in. We could be playing with fire here because he's not too much worse here. His foul play ability does discard the top 2, and we take the first one that's not part of the hood pack. Give it one more shuffle just to ensure that we're not in too much trouble here. This is either going to be a very fast game or a very long game. All right, so then that's our first turn. We're at 2, and we draw up to 5. Ooh, now I'm mad. Oh, 2 more damage. Sorry. Put him down to 14. Okay. All right, now ready all up. Draw our hand. Yeah. All right, so this goes up to 2. He's going to attack me for 1. I kind of want to go down to alter ego just to substitute one of these cards for something else. Although, who knows? Maybe Bucky will be helpful here. I have him in the deck because I want. This is a minion summoning deck, and he's a minion slaying guy. But all right, so attacking for 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we have the Sinister Assault is one of them. So 4 damage. Let me check again. Do I have? You'll pay for that. I do not. Okay, so I go down to 1. Flip over. Grab an acceleration. Grab an acceleration token. Counter card is Dr. Octopus. Insight 2. So Insight 2, Villainous. That does not have Tough, which I think is important. After he activates against you, place 1 threat on each scheme. Okay, so we want to get rid of Dr. Octopus, I think, pretty quick here. But let's just see. I almost want to just find... At this point, maximum effort might be the thing to go look for. Yeah, ditch this to go look for an event. This might just end up being another resource here if we don't have another maximum effort. Okay, so we only do have 2 maximum efforts. We have Yoo-Hoo. This card is fire. Okay, so at this point, I'd kind of like to get... I'm not playing. This is just a okay. Do I burn? Okay. Oh no. Let's burn Exhausting Personality. I said like Yoo-Hoo as a backup plan. I don't want to use up both of them, or I don't want to only have one in the deck to try to draw into. So now the question is, so we go up to 9. This is just gonna be a turn where we're just not going to make any actual attacks. Flip over. Put out this thing over to bump up the threshold here, so it is at 7. Oh, is that a good idea at all in the least bit? That is not a good idea in the least bit. Okay, because that's just going to roll over. This is going to fall off. I'm almost certain. So in that case, should I have grabbed Yoo-hoo? I feel like we almost save this thing over. For the when this does roll over, we can then just take the next one and make that even higher. So then Deadpool's katanas. I would just. So, oh man, okay, this is actually more of a cutting it close thing than I thought it was. Put out the katana. These two, and deal myself a damage, go down to 8, put 2 damage onto the hood. Yeah, I'm gonna ditch Bucky because I don't think that's part of the plan here. Ready, back up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, just those 4. Okay, so not loving this, although spoiling for a fight to get an extra ready might not be the worst thing in the world. Plus I can aggressive stance, practice plan. Oh, but then I can't do this over. I don't know, we'll see. So this tips over. Lose this, or this goes away. Then one revealed, choose a set aside thing. At this point we are at 5, so let's actually just grab a smaller dice. I just dropped all my dice. That's really great. 2, this one. Pause and pick up all my dice. Honestly, this is sort of what I hoped the game would look like. The only thing is I'm not really able to do the minion summoning I wanted to do because the minions are just scary. Alright, so this flips over. This is at 2. He goes to attack me for 1. I feel very safe that I can take this. 2, go down to 6. He attacks. We put another threat here. Attacks for 2. Villainous. All right. Puts me down to 1. I flip back over. Wow. Put another acceleration token out. Right now, I wouldn't mind having something more substantial. And my counter card is Vulture. Quick Strike, guard it, dodged that. Thank you, Doc Ock. 6 health, 1 and 1 with 6 health. Okay. After he activates against you, discard a random card from your hand. All right, so we are just making the best of this. Okay, so we can fix this hand. And I feel like minion summoning is just not going to be the thing we want to do right now. We have too many big minions. Luckily, none of them have guard. I'm going to ditch spoiling for a fight. Can we? This card is fired just out of nowhere right now. So that would deal 8. Let's think this through. So we do this card as fire for 8. Puts him down to 4. We Deadpool Katana. Flips us back to Alter Ego. I think we can do... Actually, we have another main scheme. As long as we don't hit a guard minion, we can just go the complete self-destruct mode here. This is so dumb. Alright. We have another main scheme to go through. Either this is either going to be a very fast game, or it's going to be a complete disaster, and that's okay. Flip over. Dude, this card is fired to deal 8 damage to the hood. Put him down to 4. This is so stupid. And then deal myself a damage and put 2 damage onto him to bring him to 2. Flip back over. Oh wait. Oh wait. No, never mind. Sorry. He's at 4. Okay, he's at 4. I attack for 2. I put him down to 2. There we go. All right. Happy I did not overlook that. Wow. Okay, that was dumb. That was really, really dumb. That's Deadpool. Wow. Okay, so I'll take this moment because we're still a little short here, although I will gladly take a shorter episode to edit. Gosh, I hope that gameplay was clean and that I didn't like make some glaring mistake that would have really hurt us. Oh, and I already shuffled my deck, so it's not like I can be like, whoa, my card's been. So I will say this. I am recording this about an hour and a half after Civil War has been announced. And I did not feel like doing an article about it or a video about it. Just, I have so many other things I want to get done. And every time I go to the beck and call of Fantasy Flight, I end up paying for it by just getting completely bogged down. And as we go into the 4th of July weekend next week, I would prefer for next week leading into everything to just be smoother. So what I will say is that I will definitely play the product. I might even have fun with it afterwards. But at the point of the announcement, I am not excited or really that interested in Civil War. But like I said, it's entirely possible that once I play with some people, I'm one of those people, I can read a preview article and get a general sense of something and probably be 60% right with what I actually feel like. Once I'm doing the unboxing, once I'm taking in every card like in person, really just talking it through, and once I do a new game mode like this, like Civil War, I hope that if it's fun for people, I hope it's really fun, I hope it brings in new players, and I hope that it is an evergreen product or a style of evergreen product so that people in 2028 finding the game can still play it. For me, as somebody who is just, I need to read things and kind of like play through it to really comprehend it, just on the tin doesn't really interest me. Doesn't seem like something I want to do. I come to Marvel Champions because I can play games like this where I can do it by myself. And I don't really want to try to compete with other people who are building these like super optimized decks to try to do PvP. It sounds really fun. The community wants it. The silent majority on Discord, or the silent minority on Discord, definitely says, and on Reddit and stuff, definitely says that they want this. And so I'm happy for them. I'm not excited, and I don't think that's anything wrong with that. That's just the way that it is. And so, yeah, we'll see what happens in September when it comes out. But as of right now, it's just one that I will definitely talk about and entertain. But I might have limited feedback because I will only get to play it in a PvP thing like once a month, maybe once every couple months, just depending on when I can get out and play with other people. But until next time, see you all in July. I think the next one I'd like to do is I'd like to play with Magic. I've been thinking about Magic recently. I want to play with Magic, so I think next week's episode will be some form of a Magic deck. But until next time, thank you so much for your time. Have a great day. You are doing great. Keep it up, and I will catch you all next time.